you know, I can't reach the lower part of my body.
Describe lower.
Like from my waist down.
I am not here is the movie I'm reviewing today, guys. Welcome to my channel, guys. Let's get straight into it. Producer of this movie is Precious Kadiri, and executive producer of this movie is Ruth Kadiri, and director of this movie is Smart Eddie Khan. A quick recap of this movie is a young guy who proposed to his girlfriend. His girlfriend cheated, and they broke it off. He became very obsessed with his new girl regarding cheating here and there, and that made their relationship became very toxic. What I like about this movie, the storyline, the message, the lesson of this movie is so good. The storyline was written perfectly. I can't even say much about it. The storyline was just good. The message is, or the lesson you can pick from this movie is that you need to heal from your previous broken relationship before entering a new one. Me, toward this movie is a good one. Ruth did a good one on this one. It's really good, and it's doing good numbers as well, so that should tell you how good this movie is. And another thing I love about this movie, let's talk about the cinematography of this movie. You guys know I always talk about cinematography. The clear clips of this movie is perfect for me. I love it. This is it, man. The storyline goes perfectly with the cinematography, the clarity of the picture quality of this movie, guys. I love it so much. Then we talk about the length of this movie. This movie is not 2 hours. Like, don't bore me with 2 hours movie. The length of this movie was perfect. Love about this movie was the song, the theme song that plays when there's love scene going on. This song is not new to Ruth Kadiri channel, yes, I know, but with this movie the song comes in perfectly on a very good scene. The editor did very well with playing the song at the background with a good scene going on, and also the other song that plays when there's something sad going on with one of the characters in the movie was also good. But particularly I love the love song that was playing. Again, like I said, the song is not new to Ruth Kadiri's channel, but in this movie just sound and just it sounds so refreshing and so good, with the movie or the storyline that was going on, and that was something that I really loved so much. Cast or performance, about this movie. Let's start with Desmond. The character called Desmond. He was so comical. Like, this guy was a fool, in a good way. Everything he was doing, in this movie was just so fun for me watching him act. Another character that I really appreciate is Stephania's character. I love the way she acted. She was kind of showing emotions here and there. She was loving, she was sweet, and she was like the boss lady. And I kind of enjoy her in this movie. Yes, compared to the other characters in this movie, I appreciate what she did in this movie. That was pretty good. Then talking about location, which of course is another thing I love about this movie. Location of this movie was so good for me. I enjoyed the locations, the house. We've seen the house before, but something about it in this movie looks kind of different. I think maybe they kind of use the house very well. Maybe that is how come I'm seeing it differently, and I appreciate it a lot. The house was perfectly used, and I like that. Then also another location that I love were the outside shots, the car park. The outside shots were done so well. I love that so much. Restaurant location, the office location, everything about location wise in this movie, I really appreciate it. And so basically those are the things I love about this movie. Now let's talk about what I don't like about this movie. I'll start by saying that this movie was a perfect story message kind of movie that I've seen in a while from Ruth Kadiri, but they did use wrong cast for this movie. The emotions, the in-depth that I was expecting from the characters, they did not give me that. Imagine this movie more mature or more experienced, characters or cast. Imagine what they could do with the role if this was given to them. Like, just imagine, guys. They did not give me that emotion connection with the character that we're supposed to bring to life for me, guys. So what I'm saying is, what I don't like about this movie is that the characters they use were not it. Wrong casting. Then we talk about Chidi Dike's character. It wasn't giving me the emotions that I needed. Somebody cheated on you, somebody you loved so much to the point you proposed to. You were displaying no tears, no anger, no, he was displaying everything that I'm saying here, but you could not just connect and feel what he was doing. That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying he didn't do them or get angry. He did go angry, but he didn't dare. Basically, I've seen him display emotion. If you have watched is it Fall Apart or Apart for something, a movie that I've done, a review on that. Go and watch that movie and see how he displayed emotion in that movie when the lady died, and see how he's displaying emotion here. You will see the difference in what I'm saying. When somebody broke your heart, like you are in the, he didn't do that in this movie. Basically, that's what I'm saying. Wrong cast. Then we talk about Chidi's girlfriend. She was also another character that I did not enjoy at all. When she was trying to seduce Chidi back, I wasn't really feeling what she was doing. When she was apologizing, the tears were not flowing, the emotions were not there. They were doing it, but it just wasn't giving, guys. It was not, when an actor is giving you that different terms of emotions that you are like, oh, really remorseful, oh, she's really angry, oh, she's, these two characters were not giving me that. Stephania, on the other hand, was trying a bit, when she was angry at Chidi for lying and things like that. I could sense the anger, and I could sense that she was actually angry. So the two characters, I did not feel them at all in this movie. This is my opinion. I didn't feel it. You can watch it and say, oh, they acted what they had to do. For me, I didn't enjoy what they were doing at all. It's like, this is not the role for them. Another thing I didn't like about this movie is costume. They portrayed Chidi Dike as one millionaire, one young millionaire like that. Costume were not speaking. That the kaftan were okay, but the suits that he wore in this movie error all throughout. Either the fitting were bad, the sizing, he wore them wrongly. He wasn't looking the part. When you talk about millionaire, he wasn't looking the kaftan were okay. Even the kaftan, the short sleeves ones were not giving. No. And then the first girlfriend, the costumes too were not it. Except, of course, Stephania's costume. She came correct. She was like a boss lady, so her costume in this movie was good, but the rest, costume wise, they didn't come correct for me. If you watch, there was even a scene in was approaching Stephania, trying to apologize, and you watch the back of the suit, the inner shirts crumpled. The suit, the costume was just not it. I didn't like about this movie was how the camera was shaking in most scenes. After arguments and they are working out, sometimes they have to walk in front of the camera and walk out. And I don't know, maybe their legs hit the camera stand or something. Another thing I didn't like about this movie were grammatical errors or delivering of their lines, mistakes upon mistakes. All the three main characters, even that small, delivering his lines, his joke, mistake. Is director a novice, or is a director not mature to control the characters on set or tell them to do retake? There were a lot of mistakes in delivering their lines. When I say grammatical errors, sentence delivery errors. This movie has all of that, and that was so bad. With a good movie like this, oh god, with a good story like this, oh god, the line deliveries was bad, very very horrible. Two things again I don't like about this movie has to be, the first one is the scene where Desmond and Chidi were just chit-chatting and talking about, you know, how they are going to solve this new problem they have, and he fell off the chair. I know that scene was not, I just know that scene was not part, because in that scene he wanted to take his, you know, sandals or slippers to hit his friend, because obviously his friend was making jokes of him, and he fell. He didn't even take the, he wasn't able to take the slippers to hit him, and I was like, that was an error. But Desmond was able to crack a joke and use him falling from the seat to, you know, make that scene a very good one. It's like, you know, an artist falling from off on a stage and using that falling to make an art or dance moves. That was exactly how that scene, I just know that that scene was a mistake, but they made it work. What I don't like exactly was how he just fell off the sofa like that in an attempt to hit his friend, and that was not looking good for me. Another thing, which obviously is the last thing I don't like about this movie, is the last scene, the kissing scene. Oh guys, someone you love so much and you take so dearly, the kissing scene, it's as if they were scared of each other. It's as if they don't want to kiss. At first when they hug, I was like, okay, they have to end it here. I was expecting a kiss earlier, but they hugged, I was like, okay, yeah, the hugging was intense, was smooth, and I was like, okay, yeah, they should end it here. And then they continued the scene. I'm like, okay, they are going to kiss. I saw the kissing scene. I was like, oh god, the chemistry was not there. I was like, these two have acted before now. These two, they've had chemistry on other sets before. What is happening on this set? The kissing was giving, they were forcing each other to kiss, and obviously that is what I don't like. If there's no chemistry for you to kiss, give each other an intense chemistry hug and we will get it moving. The kissing wasn't given. And on that note, I'll give this movie a 6/10. This movie is so good. The story, whoever wrote the story did perfectly well. Delivery of the story was okay. Everything was okay, except of course of the things that I noticed that I've already mentioned. The top on the list has to do with the cast, but you know, it's an above average kind of movie. You will definitely enjoy it, and trust me, it's doing good numbers. That should tell you how good the storyline is. So yes, if you haven't watched I Am Not Here on Ruth Kadiri TV, please do well to watch. Thank you guys so much for watching this review, and I'll see you all in my next movie review.